The Infinity Gauntlet, one of the most powerful objects in the universe. It holds the 6 soul gems, some call the Infinity Stones. Its power so impressive, only one with such prowess of mind and body can withstand the knowledge and power of godhood. So how and why does this man wield the Infinity Gauntlet?
Now, where did you get that again?
Well, the voice in the sky told me that I have to fix the timeline using the Infinity Gauntlet because I used it before, but I don't ever remember using it.
Okay.
So you ready?
Wait!
Ooh, Storm got Skybreaker? Wolverine.
Steven!
Huh? Oh, that's dope.
Steven!
Santa Claus?
No.
Jesus?
Oh my me. This is what I have to work with. Oh, this is gonna be harder than I thought. Alright, idiot. This is what I want you to do. I need you to do something for me.
Alright.
Something that hinges on the whole world.
What do you want me to do?
Oh my me, you are so frustrating.
I need you to go back and fix the timeline that you screwed up using the Infinity Gauntlet. There's something that you don't know about yourself.
Okay. The fucking Infinity Gauntlet? Let's go. One problem.
One, I find that hard to believe.
I have no fucking clue what I'm doing.
I find that very easy to believe. Well, I will explain it to you. You need to take the Infinity Gauntlet and
I'll just wing it. I'll just wing it.
No, you need to listen. No, moron!
You're not the right Steven for this timeline.
Man. I mean, I've been everywhere. And I don't know where to look. Maybe another brand. Yeah, I don't think that's right. So I think before I wish for more wishes, I think I should, probably do something really cool.
It's not a genie.
Well, I named him Gene.
Give me this.
Okay. Only one more time jump, and it's mine. The Infinity Gauntlet is mine. He thought he could get him to use it, this idiot. Of course, you're no match for me. I'm coming for you, Steven. Who am I looking at? Why did I look that way? Why do I have a microphone? What the fuck's going on? Ah, well. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Lapsed Comic Fan. I am Steve.
I'm Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda's back. Thank God. I can't keep doing this by myself. I suck. I suck whenever I do it by myself. So it's finally here, Infinity Gauntlet. This is the book that they based the movie on. Well, not really, but
Loosely based.
there was
on.
things from it, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things with us is, especially Amanda, she doesn't read nearly as many comic books as I do. So when we got to this one, this. If you have any expectation, if you're a MCU fan and then you go to read the comics, if you have any expectations, I wouldn't do that because they take premises and stuff. I'm sure, as everybody knows, they take premises and little things. But this is nothing like the movie. And I don't think people thought it was going to be. But there are some people that ask, how much does it revolve around the movie? How much does the movie revolve around the book? I'd say there's some themes and main things like the snap and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a lot more people in the comic book than there is in the movies.
Right, because the studios and the rights to characters and stuff like that. So we're gonna go through, and first we're gonna talk about the Infinity Gauntlet itself. And by the way, if you haven't read a book from 1991, spoilers. I don't. People still get mad. I'm like, guys, it's 1991. get the fuck over it. The synopsis from Marvel, Infinity Gauntlet, first of all, written by Jim Starlin, and art by George Perez and Ron Lim. The Mad Titan Thanos has seized control of the Infinity Gauntlet, and with it near omnipotent power. Who can stop this deadly new overlord? All of Marvel's top heroes star in this epic of cosmic proportions. I'd say that's a genuine roundabout thing, you know?
Yeah. I mean, add in the love story twist.
Yes. So when you read the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos already has the gauntlet and the gems. There was a story, I believe it's called Thanos Quest. I believe that's, I could be getting my lineage wrong, but there was a story about that. But he goes to the Infinity Pool. Or something, and gets the gems. But they're all called the Soul Stones, and that's one of the things I was going to get into. First is what is the Infinity Gauntlet? People know what it is. It's a gauntlet that Thanos already had. It wasn't like this thing that was here to house the gems. He just happened to have a gauntlet that had gems. That's different than the movie. It wasn't made on a moon or whatever. You know what I mean?
It wasn't
made in the
created
heart of
from
a dark
the fires
star.
of a star.
Yeah. No. So he had already had this, and he goes after the Soul Stones, or the Soul Gems, which people know as the Infinity Gems. And the Infinity Gems in the comics, the Infinity Stones are also known as the Infinity Stones, also known as the Infinity Gems in the comics, referred to as the Soul Gems. But in MCU, they're referred to as stones. Each stone has its own specialization. The Space Stone, the Mind Stone, the Soul Stone, the Time Stone, the Power Stone, and the Reality Stone. So those are all the stones that are needed to take control of the Earth, or the universe. I said Earth, like they care about the fucking Earth. Anyway, so the basic premise of the story is Thanos is in love with Mistress Death.
Yes.
For whatever reason. She's hot.
And she could give two shits about Thanos.
She does not care about Thanos. But she does, and I think it's in one of the books from earlier, she does task him with wiping out half of the population in the universe. That is one of the themes they take from the book to the movie. Mm-hmm. And Mephisto is also in this book for all you WandaVision people that thought Mephisto, all you fucking Mephisters out there.
He's just background
He
picture.
sucks.
He
Sucks
has
so bad.
no point to the story whatsoever.
No, he does try to take the gauntlet, but it's such a dumbass attempt. It's like there's no trickery, there's no Mephistery. He's just like, hey, look, ah! And Thanos is like, fuck you, you suck, you suck. People wanted him so bad in WandaVision, right? And I'm going, guys, he sucks. It's not cool. You don't understand. This dude blows. You guys all want this. No, you don't. It was Agatha all along. That was good. So what did you think of, like, you just said Mephisto? Like, people overblow him so much because I think it's because he's sparingly used. And when he is used, it's in his realm where he is basically, you can't beat him if he's in his realm. But if he's out of his realm, I could probably
This
beat
is
him.
pretty much
Not
the only...
really.
I've heard of Mephisto before, but this is the only thing I've ever actually read with him in it.
Okay.
And it could have been a Skeletor for all intents
Yeah,
and
it could have been
purposes.
anybody.
Yeah,
It could have been
like-
anybody, right. Thanos has the Infinity Gauntlet. He's trying to impress Mistress Death. He's doing all this stuff for her, but she's just like, meh, fuck you. She don't want nothing to do with him,
Yes.
And he finally does. He snaps his fingers and wipes out the population. So what's cool about I think what the MCU did right is they took the snap and they made that the thing he has to do the stones, but he doesn't necessarily have to do that. You can just do whatever with the stones. It was like a flippant, with the snap of my fingers I could do that because of how powerful he was.
Yes. I guess that could be Mephisto's point. He was like the devil on the shoulder. Anytime Thanos was trying to impress Mistress Death, he was like, what do I need to do? He'd be like, well, you promised her to kill half the life.
Right. Yeah. He was, but, and I
So
know what
he
you're saying.
led Thanos.
He was trying to get on his good side, but there was no end to his thing. It was just he's got the gauntlet on his hand. I'm gonna try to take it off his hand when he least expects it. There was no, for all the setup he was doing, you thought something was gonna happen. It sure was a letdown. Like,
Yeah.
okay, dude, you're supposed to be like the devil, kind of. I know you're not, but you're supposed to be like him. And
He was just waiting to take advantage. That was it. Stay
Right.
close so I can steal it at some point.
I thought it was cool that another thing they took in the movie to the book is whenever the Hulk gets blasted back to Doctor Strange, in this book, it's actually just the Silver Surfer. It's not the Hulk. And he crashes into Doctor Strange's house and needs help and tells him about Thanos, just kind of like the movie, but role reversing. And that's how our heroes, the Marvel Universe, find out about Thanos. This is before the snap. And I thought that was a good way to use like some pretty big, at the time, some big cosmic characters. It seems like there's a lot of stakes. Would you say you felt like something big was going to happen?
Yes.
Okay.
I liked how everyone on Earth was in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the snap happened, people disappeared, and no one knew why.
No one knew what, right, until later on when they find out, Thanos and stuff. So I thought the story moved okay. Like, it's definitely amazing. It's an amazing story, but there was some stuff in here. Like, there's this part where these three people, they commit some crime, some murder, and then they go to a hotel, supposed to go to a hotel, but they end up crashing before then, right? And then they're inhabited by Pip the Troll, Gamora, but they're basically there waiting for Adam Warlock to come back to the physical world from his cocoon, back to the physical world. So it's interesting. They had some nice hints in there because the people whose bodies they inhabited were dead, right? So they're like, oh, messed up and stuff like that. And Gamora ends up turning green. She's like, oh, how nice. I thought that was cool little nods if you didn't know who it was going to be. Were you surprised when you found out Gamora? Because you would know Gamora. I don't think you would know Pip, the troll. You might have heard of him, but...
I think...
He's with Adam Warlock a lot. Or he's with Eros.
I know Pip the Troll from somewhere. I don't know what I don't think I've probably seen him in something. I don't think I've read him in anything.
Right.
But I don't know him from Adam Warlock. I know that.
Right.
I like how once Thanos brings his brother Eros to kind of gloat and you're gonna watch everything. Look what I did with your niece. From then on, they had dialogue, but all the little yellow blocks was Eros pretty much.
It was his thoughts.
Yeah,
because his mouth, he sealed his mouth shut. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really cool. I liked how he did that because it was like, if you don't know their relationship, they go back at each other. I don't know. I'm sure there's a comic book where Thanos has killed Eros, but it always seemed like he was trying to show him how much superior he was, compared to him.
Which I have questions about that. Are they really brothers?
Yes, they're Titans. The Titans look like normal people. He was the mad Titan. He's touched by. You'd have to read his origin. He was born all deformed and stuff, and his mother tried to kill him. I think, or something like that. You'd have to read the story. Anyway, he looks like Grimace. Basically, he plans on taking over everything, but the arrogance is his downfall. That's the thing. There's a long, giant, convoluted plan. It's Adam Warlock, to me, that's one of the downfalls of the book, because I know people are going to get mad at me because it's not that I don't like Adam Warlock. I actually do like some of his stories, like the Infinity Conflict, the Infinity Siblings, the Infinity Ending. I thought that was amazing. But when he's doing all this, waiting for 5 chapters of this plan that really doesn't make much sense, right?
He just doesn't tell anyone
He just
what
doesn't
his
tell
real
anybody
plan
anything.
was. It was I need you guys to do this, and I'm going to wait till you all die,
Right.
and then make my move
then
and
make
win.
my move and win. Right. And were you confused about Thor not being the Thor that you knew?
Yes.
So Thor's origin, from what I can remember, was he got cast down like in the movie, like, but when he did, he came down as I can't remember the name, but he was like a doctor. He didn't realize that was his alter personality, because even Thor, all the superheroes had like alter egos, like Clark Kent and stuff. And Eric Masterson Thor, that's who this is. He ended up getting the hammer, but how Thor used to have this stick, right? That when he would touch it would turn to Mjolnir. And why can't I remember his name?
Marijuana affects the memory.
Donald Blake. That was it. Donald Blake Thor. That was his original name. I remember he went into like a cave or some shit, and he was like drawn to the cave, and he touched it, and it turned him into Thor, and he remembered. And he could turn back and forth, and he was an actual doctor. Like, yeah, I can't. But anyway, that's Eric Masterson
people up
Thor.
and send them to the hospital and then save them.
Fix them. Yeah, but this is Eric Masterson Thor, so he's a little bit different. The art stood out. It was fantastic. Was it not awesome?
Yes.
It was amazing.
The art was very cool, and they seemed like they used different styles periodically.
Well, the two guys, there was two different artists that drew it.
That makes
So
sense.
George Perez was the one that did a lot of the iconic scenes, like the God thing. And in between chapters, they'll tell you who's doing what. But it was subtle at first. Like, I forgot that the other guy actually drew one here. And I was reading, I was like, wait a minute, it looks a little bit different. And you had said something, and then I was like, oh, shit, there's another artist.
Yeah, I mentioned the back of the book, they have the scenes drawn differently.
Yep. So Captain America is leading a big group of our superheroes. And there's a ton of superheroes missing. And some of them, some of the heavy hitters are gone, like Archangel, Beast, Black Panther, Daredevil, Firestar. There's tons on here. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like the Fantastic Four is pretty much gone. So there's a lot of heavy hitters that are gone. U.S. Agent. And they have to make their way there to fight. And they're asked by Adam Warlock basically to trust them. But they don't know how to trust him. But Adam Warlock had this big, almost like mind fuck with Stephen Strange. And he's like, I trust you now. You know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. They end up trusting Warlock.
I'm
Stupidly.
surprised that Doom went along with it as long as he did.
Well, Dr. Doom, he's written, if he's written well, it's always cool. It's always cool because he's just himself. Yeah. There's no other Dr. Doom. You know what I mean?
He is practical, I will say that.
He does practical things,
He will
yes.
side with the good guys
if
he deems it
beneficial to Doom or Latveria. He is fiercely loyal to his people. They're on their way. They're getting prepared for war. That's actually the name of the third chapter's preparations for war.
I want to smack the Watcher up across the head.
Well, because he never helps. He can't.
Well, that, and they would have surprised Thanos if he didn't go there ahead of time to wait and watch.
He does have the Infinity Gauntlet. He knows they're coming. So Adam Warlock gets his plan. And Thanos is all sorts of pissed because Mistress Death keeps spurning him, so he creates this basically concubine sex slave, Taraxia, and she's a piece of shit too. He also brings back Nebula, but she's all messed up, and that's a MacGuffin for later on in the story, So it comes down to this. All the heroes that are left go to fight Thanos to stall for time. Adam Warlock's plan was, right at the last moment, he's going to send Silver Surfer in so fast that he'll get the gauntlet. But it doesn't work. Thanos' arrogance is what gets him in the end. But some of the cool deaths that happen are crazy. Like, he goes, Wolverine, he just, turns him to nothing. Like all this...
Takes all the bones out of his body.
Yeah, and... another one of the cooler ones is when Cloak envelops him, and I guess inside of Cloak is a portal to somewhere else, and he envelops him and he's trying to hold him, and Thanos just explodes out of him. It's awesome. Or Cyclops, he puts the cube around his head and cuts off his oxygen and stuff. And people get real upset at this because of what happened in the Infinity War movie with the Scarlet Witch, because she just gets annihilated, turns into dust. But not in the movie.
He uses a gauntlet to make her chaos magic his.
Yeah, well.
He turns it back on her.
And he takes Vision, and from the movie now he takes the Mind Stone. Well, Vision doesn't have the Mind Stone, but he rips out his wires and stuff. So there's some cool stuff that's here from
Throws
the movie.
Mirror away and makes Thor human again.
Well,
and so he's just
yes.
suffocating in the vacuum of space.
Yeah. Captain America is like one of the last people. You know, he's just one of the last guys. He's just, he's real annoying Captain America. Because I can't give up. You killed a person. He's Thanos. He's a bad guy. He's gonna kill people, you know? I don't get why people love Captain America so much. I like him in the movies, but he's real annoying with that. Oh, I could do this all day. I'm Captain. You.
I like him.
He's so fucking annoying sometimes. It's pretty crazy. Decapitates Iron Man. You know, breaks the shield of Captain America. Just a bunch of crazy, cool deaths and stuff. So, it comes down to this. Adam Warlock tries to get the gauntlet. It ends up Nebula gets it. And she just went from being like a zombie, half-dead thing to getting the Infinity Gauntlet. You know, so her mind was already like messed up, and she makes herself whole, and they have to regroup. All the heroes are back, and she says, I want to bring it back to 24 hours ago or whatever. That's where she fucks up, because 24 hours ago, she was nothing. Mm-hmm. And that's when Adam Warlock gets the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, and after she gets the gauntlet, the good guys decide they have to team up with Thanos to get it off the Nebula.
Well, yes, that's actually laying plans for later, also, because they have after this the thing called the Infinity Watch, and it sucks. It sucks. I'm sorry. At least I remember it sucking. So, what did you think overall of the book? Did you enjoy it?
I did. I don't know why they sent the heroes in first and then all the Celestials and the other
I don't think the
big
Celestials
things in after.
Right. I think Adam Warlock talked to the Celestials. Remember, I think he talked to them and was like, if this fails, I'm going to need you, you know. I think that's how it went. We might not remember everything, because this has been a review a long time coming. I should have reread it again, but I read this like 2 or 3 times, but it's been a while. And our schedule is so hectic and stuff, and I'm trying to get this channel off the ground, but, you know, it's hard. People don't like to subscribe to things. They'll watch your stuff, but they won't hit the subscribe button or help me out. Who knows? You know what? It might not even be the real Steve, you know?
We'll have to wait and see.
What if I'm the decoy? You gonna sign that Mr. Nimbus form? Mr. Nimbus! So, I enjoyed it. What do you give the art? We give our ratings. I give the art a 5 out of 5. Or 4.5 out of 5. I can't give it perfect.
What
It's
year
classic.
was this?
91. I give it a really high marks. It's so iconic to me. It's huge from my childhood.
It's good art. It is. It's very good use of colors.
Yes.
Especially with all the superheroes in there. Like, how many colors do they have between them?
Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff we missed in this, guys. We're not the ones here to give you guys the information. We're just here to give a different perspective. Like I've said that before. We're just, we're people that haven't read this stuff, and we're just getting back into it. I mean, I hadn't read this probably since 1992. So I loved it. What'd you give the story? I give that a 5 out of 5 because it's so iconic. It branched so many things. Whether you could sit down and read the story now and still have the pacing and the characters. Yes, there's problems with it, but for what this book did for comics, I mean, it led to how many billions of dollars from Disney? It was good. I loved it.
Yep.
So that's it, man. That's it. That's all we got. Do you have anything to say? Did you enjoy being back?
Yes, enjoy being
She
back.
had to think about it. It's like, maybe.
I'm trying to decide if it wins
If it was
over me
good or
being
not.
tired or not.
Okay. All right, let's get the hell
All right.
out of here.
Can I see this real quick?
Yeah. Are you strong enough?
Man, Jesus Claus is gonna be really pissed if I don't fix his timeline. What am I supposed to find out anyway? I've been everywhere. I've tried everything. I've said timeline fix. I've done the... nothing's working. Even Amanda just disappeared for no reason with no explanation. Oh man, I really hope this all connects together. All right, Stones, we're gonna give it one last shot. You ready? 'Cause I'm not. All right. Make everything as it was before.